The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody is having a great day. We're going to get this morning started off right. See people already in the chat, chatting it up. Love to see that. Dr. Rob, good morning. Good morning. Started a little late. We're going to keep you guys for about an hour today. We're going to roll on out of here. Hit that like button. Good morning, Dr. Rob. Folks on vacation be losing their they do all the time. They forget how to act. I'm in the building. What's up, XXI? How are you, brother? Good morning. Good morning. What's good, Rob? XXI. Lena, good morning. Good morning. How are you? It's morning for us. How is everybody doing this morning on this lovely Thursday? The market doesn't look that lovely, but you know what? It's a good day. It's going to be good. We knew this downturn was coming. We talked about this. We've been reviewing this on the channel for a while. Told you that the first quarter earnings were going to start to come out. They're starting to come out, and stocks in the markets all around us are falling. Earnings are nowhere near what was expected or what they were projecting, but that shouldn't be of any surprise to anybody here, because we talked about this and we predicted that earnings were going to fall short of what everybody was predicting, and that's exactly what's going on. And you know, start to see that in some prices. What's going on, Elmo? Good morning, brother. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci, man. And loving the market. Yeah. These markets don't bother me. These are all buying opportunities for me. XXI. I'm with you. Like I don't worry about these at all. Hello. So yeah, but a lot of this has to do with this right here, guys. People are pricing in these first quarter earnings from these companies, and they're not going to make projections, and we're already starting to see that. You know, earnings will fall short, and we predicted this here. Ken, good morning. How are you? And we said it, and it was going to affect the markets, and that's exactly what's happening. And we haven't even got to the big earnings yet, so they're coming. But the markets are all in red, just like they were yesterday. No surprise to people who are keeping up to date with this and locked in. This shouldn't surprise anybody. The NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow are all in red, and they're not slightly in red. They're in red. And so when you start out the day this far down in red, you have to expect to finish the day that way. You look at the European markets, they're the same. They're bleeding red as well. A lot going on over there. Inflation is a little bit higher than what they thought. And their markets are bleeding out as well. You look at the Asian markets, they're doing a little bit better than what we're doing, but not much. So I don't know what to tell. We seen this. We look at the strength of the dollar right now. It's faring about as well as it fared yesterday. Nothing really good. Nothing really to report there other than the dollar just keeps losing strength. But big watch, dude, man. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, big watch, man. 2 days in a row, man. I'm so happy that you're back. I'm so happy to see that you're back in the chat, man. Missed you, and glad that you're back in the swing of things, man. But these markets, guys, it's earnings. These companies are not making what everybody predicted them to make, and we called it. We call it here. Told you to watch out for this. I've been waiting. Bitcoin is it moved down from greed to neutral, which makes sense from the sell-off yesterday. This is that lagging indicator. We knew that it was going to come down, but it came right down to neutral, which makes perfectly good sense. I wouldn't be surprised over the weekend if we continue on this track to see Bitcoin go back to a little bit of fear. Hopefully we'll wake up. We'll wake up to find Gary Gensler has walked off the job. He ain't going nowhere. That's way too much money for him to walk away from Ken. And plus, when you get to that point in your career and you're in them positions like that, you're there's an ego factor as well. So he's not going anywhere. What's good? What's good, Wanda? Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that fear and greed index slip down to a little bit of fear over the weekend. If we continue, we got to watch the earnings today and see what comes out, see where the market is, see where we roll with that. But this market's not going to rebound really fast. We're gonna hit a little bit of a downturn, I think, before we rebound. Sitting at a $1.114 billion market cap. That's a big loss. When we were talking yesterday, it was around 1,226 billion. So you're looking at roughly about 10 billion, a little bit over 10 billion coming out of the market as a whole. And when you're losing that much money, prices cannot go up. You can't have a run on crypto when the market itself is leaking out money. So that's just simple math. Bitcoin sitting around 28.7, down 18% on the hour, 1.6% on the 24-hour, but the big 4.75% on the 7-day. So remember, 7 days ago, this is why I want to pay attention to the 7-day. We were on that big run. So this will really tell you where the pullback is. You can look at the hour, you can look at the 24-hour, but you got to look at kind of where we were on that run. We were on that run in about 7 days ago. It was a little bit higher. So we're down about 4.5%. ADG, I got that bone. I got some more yesterday too. I think I got mine at right around 96 cents, somewhere in there, big watch. I think I added some more. I see it down again today. We'll have a look at it. I think it's down a little bit today as well. So if it goes down a little bit more, I may add some more. I'm not going to shy away from it. Like we talked about yesterday, if you have projects you believe in, you stick with them, and there's great buying opportunities. And I believe in Bone. And if it dips again a little bit more, I'll pick up some more. Uh, Ethereum's sitting at $1,948. It's down 2.2% on the 7-day. It's actually performing a little bit better than Bitcoin. It's actually outperforming Bitcoin. I picked up some more Bone up. Elmo. Where'd you pick it up at? You pick it up around 97 cents, 98. It hovered around 98 for a little while. You had to catch that dip at 96. And then I woke up this morning and figured, well, damn, why did I watch it all day to catch the dip? I could have just bought it this morning. BNB sitting around $324. If you look at BNB, is outperforming the top three over the 7-day. It's up 0.13%, which to me is about even. But when you look at Bitcoin, and this is something I was looking at this morning, and something we talked about a lot on here, I think Bitcoin will give you, and this is just my opinion, a bigger percent gain than BNB is going to give you a bigger percent gain than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And in these down markets, you can really tell. BNB doesn't usually slide as much as them two, and it's proven itself out again. You look at it in these top tokens, it's one of the only ones that's in green for the 7-day, and this is why I keep saying during the bull market, I think BNB is going to give you a bigger percent gain than investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think BNB is the play for the next bull run. As far as the top tokens go, the top 5, if you're just looking at the top 5, BNB is the play, I think. 98, that's not a bad entry. That's not a bad additional adding point, Elmo. You got a good price. XRP is still under that 50-cent mark. It's down 3.7% on the 7-day. Expect XRP, if it continues to hang around this 49-cent mark, expect it to slide back. Slide back to about 45 cents is my thought. The biggest gain is coming from MMAI. I think so too. I think that MMAI is just scratching the surface. I think that that's where the majority of my gains will come from in the bull run. But I'm still a blue chip guy. I invest in a lot of these blue chips. But I think MMAI's got a upside in the bull run that I don't even think people can realize at this point. Polygon's falling back too. It's falling back to 109, and it's down about 3.8% on the 7-day. So, keep an eye on Polygon. If it continues to fall back, I'll probably buy some more Matic. I think Matic is going to be a strong play in this next bull run as well. So that's what I'm banking on. I think a lot of us are banking on that XXI. I think a lot of us really see the potential of MMAI, and we're banking it, and we're banking the fact that, me personally, I think it's a sleeping giant right now. So I'm going to try to accumulate what I can now, because I know I've seen this game play out before. And when people do start to realize it, they'll price you out. You'll get priced out. We'll make it. Hell yeah, Elmo, we'll make it. Hell yeah, I don't even worry about MMAI. Like the price action right now, I look at it as all opportunities, and and I look at it as we're to the point where, we're good, because a lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines will be priced out during the bull run. They won't get what we have for the price that we have it. It's a sleeping giant. Stellar's fell under 10 cents as well. If you're invested in Stellar, I am. It's still not my buy zone, but it's fallen like the rest of the market is falling. H bar as well is falling. It's still not to my buy zone, but it's fallen. Chronos, I hold that Crow I bought at 50 cents, but I haven't bought it anymore, and I don't think I'm gonna, at 5 cents, unless it gets back down to 5 cents. I don't think I'm going back in. V-Chain, we're gonna watch V-Chain because it's proof of authority, and MMAI's proof of authority sitting at 2 cents. It's down about 3.6% on 7-day, but it's still sitting at 2 cents. So 6 more days almost, and 6 more days, and we get to see the reveal, right? I think 6 more days. Is it 8? What's the date today? Today's the 20th. 28th. 8 more days. Yeah, you're right. XXI. 8 more days. Quant, guys, pay attention to Quant. Sitting at $112 right now. It's down around 9.5%. Taking a big hit, taking a big step backwards over the 7-day. Got my eye. This is another one I got my eye on right here to try to accumulate some more. Waiting for it to dip back a little bit more. Got my eye on that one though, because it's almost to my buy zone. Bones sitting at 96 cents, 96.92. So, boy, that price just makes you want to go back in on it, and grab some more. Excuse me. That price just makes you want to go back in there and buy some more right now. I'm gonna hold off though. I think it's got a little bit more downside to it. I think it's got a little bit more pullback in it today, depending on how this market works. I think it's going to pull back even further, guys. And I'm not mad about it. Looking for Quant under 100. Big watch. If Quant falls under 100, I love that. I would definitely be all over Quant under 100. I think my average cost for Quant right now is like 105. So I would love to have the ability to drive my average cost for Quant down under $100. I would be all over that. But yeah, I think Bones got some more pullback in it. I just we'll see. We'll see, but I think the market is going to have it pull back, and it wouldn't surprise me if this drops out of the 90 cent range and goes back down into the 80 cent range. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for that, actually. So I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but if that happens, I'm all over it. I bought Bone twice yesterday at 95 and 99. Yet big watch. It's hard not to buy it, right? Sitting this low after where it was, it's hard not to buy it right now. Like, I have to hold myself back. XXI, yeah. XRP sitting at 49 cents. I think XRP got some more pullback in it. I think XRP is going to pull back if this market keeps pulling back the way that it is. I think XRP will pull back to 45 cents. I regret DCA last Thursday instead of today. You can never regret that though. Nobody can predict these markets, and there's going to be another DCA opportunity to drive that price down. This market's not going to go on a massive run. Daniel, you see this Pepe. Yeah, I see this Pepe garbage. Dr. Rob, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm not in that whole degen thing. I know that there's a lot of people out here saying that Pepe token, they can't sell it. And it got listed on some exchanges, but they're saying that they can't sell it on the DEX. I don't understand why people are throwing their money at these things, but I don't get it. I got bone at 97 cents. You got it at 97 yesterday, Rob. So yeah, it's almost time for you to start DCA, and pretty soon this thing pulls back to 80 cents. Everybody should be grabbing it. I think it's going to pull back to like 89 cents. I think it's got some more downside in it. It's going to be exciting. Revealing the properties. Elmo, I cannot wait to reveal these properties in 8 days, man. It's one of these things where I think it's going to be exciting for everybody, and I think it's going to pump the community up again. So I can't wait. And like I said, I don't have any problem sharing what I have. I have no issues. Like, I don't need to. I tell you guys when I buy and sell crypto. Why would I not tell you what properties I have? I just to me it is what it is. I'll tell you. But I'm excited. I can't wait, and I hope we have. I hope we do something. Like, I got to talk to let's talk to Dr. Rob and Austin and everybody and figure out what we're gonna do. I would rather do something on Twitter or in the VC, because you can play music and have a little bit of a party atmosphere rather than YouTube. And YouTube likes to give you copyright strikes, and people can't come up and grab the mic on YouTube either. So I'd like to see something go on Twitter or the VC on Telegram. Let's have a party. I got more XRP now. I'm at my goal around amount. Lena, that's great, Lena. And you may get an opportunity to go over your goal amount if the market continues in this direction. You may find yourself DCAing in and getting a great price. If bone hits 80s, wow, party time. That's what I say, Rob. If it goes back down into the 80s, I don't care if it's 89 cents. It is it's going to be, it's going to be like gold for me. Even if XRP slips back down into the 30s, it's going to be gold time for me. Twitter party for properties. Yeah. If you guys already got that set, then then cool. But I'm with you, Rob. I think that's where it needs to be. There's more interaction. People can grab the mic. People can come up and talk. People can come up and tell you what they got. They can put it in the comment section as well. So I think we should do something. We should throw a big party. Do you guys think MMAI will open up the market? the marketplace to allow trading of I don't think right off the bat, big watch that's gonna happen. But if you get with Rob's got a group of people that are all kind of together, and there's a way, for people to trade properties within that group. So go ahead and get with him. I don't think it'll open up right away for that. So go ahead and get with Rob. Oh, that's what he's just telling you here. All right, yeah. So it's kind of one of them things that the community did and came together and did on their own. So that, whoo, look at this. This makes you take a deep breath. This is the day, guys. Hey, Elmo, Hex is up 8.8% on the day. So you should have woke up with a smile for that. 8.8% on the day. Send me your all right, you guys got that figured out. So, but yeah, Elmo, 8.8%, Elmo. That's got to make you smile, brother. FTT token is down 10%. I mean, we knew that this thing was going to fall. I mean, everybody was pumping it up because FTX was talking about opening back up trading and stuff, but everybody was FOMOing into this thing, and I missed it. So I'm a little salty about that. So I'm gonna talk about it. Everybody was FOMOing into this thing like it was a degen play, because it was, and now I hope everybody got their money out. I hope everybody got that 2x and got out, because that's exactly what I would have did if I was in it. I would have doubled my money and got out. But I didn't get it, and I missed it. So a little salty about that, but so I'm just gonna talk trash about it. Not worried about Hex. Once Pulse launches Hex. Yeah, everybody keeps talking about Pulse Chain. Like, I thought that was supposed to be out. Am I wrong? Was it not supposed to be out already, Elmo? Or is there a hold up? Twitter tokens up 2.4% on the day as well. We got to watch that Twitter token. It's another wallet token. And it's sitting at $1.30 right now. So let's we keep our eye on that for a reason. Where MMA is coming out with a Twitter token. With a wallet token as well. So we like to keep our eyes on these things. And if you guys haven't noticed, we like to do our research around here, and know kind of what arenas we're investing our money into and what the competition's doing. XRP sitting at 49 cents in one. It looks like it may drop into the 48 cents here pretty quick. High 48 cents. Looks like it's on straight downhill. Looks like it's on a straight downhill climb. And it's teeter real close to that 48 cent mark. And it looks like it's going to get there today. Looks like it's on its way. So if you're looking at XRP and looking to add to your bags, watch it over the next course of the next couple of days. You may get that opportunity. We're in testnet. Okay. Before a testnet launch is coming. Okay. Yeah, they got through the hard testing. That's what I thought I heard. All the hard testing was done, and that they were just kind of in cleanup phase now, in testnet. So that's good. I think Pulse Chain is going to be good for Hex. I think it's going to be good for the cryptocurrency industry, actually. I'm not a big Richard Hart fan, but you know what? He produces what he says he's going to produce. May not be on a time schedule that everybody wants, but he gets things done. So we drill down this on the hourly, guys. Let's see what we have going on as the American markets start to wake up. Much of the same, a little bit redder actually than what we had on the overnight, but I don't think that we should expect anything different about what we expected. When you look at this, it matches this, so it makes sense. I got big watch. Hey, Dr. Rob, I just DM'd you. Okay, you guys are hooking that up. But yeah, so it shouldn't surprise you that on the hourly we're filling in even redder than on the 24-hour on the overnight. So not looking great today. Let's get into some of this news. Coinbase gets Bermuda license, plans to launch offshore exchange in coming weeks. Why is this news? Why is this important? Why do we care that Coinbase is going to open up trading in Bermuda? Well, we care because Coinbase has came out and said, given where the SEC is and what they're trying to do to Coinbase, that they're looking at possibly moving Coinbase out of the United States. And when you have moves like this, that it could be that they're just opening up an exchange in Bermuda, but the fact that they're expanding to other countries right now, after they said that they were leaving, they're testing the waters out there, right? That they're testing it, that they're seeing how it's going to work. Bermuda's kind of crypto friendly as well. So, do they have connections over there where they can move their corporate offices over there? Who knows? But Coinbase isn't playing games. And Coinbase isn't playing. Like, they're not going to stay around and deal with this nonsense that's going on over here. So, we need to pay attention to that. Selmo, good morning, brother. How are you? How's your hours? Oh, we went over that 3,000 hour mark, Ken. We're at 3,000, just under 3,100. Just under that. Subs stayed about the same. I didn't expect a big subscriber increase because I didn't stream for a little while. Kind of was traveling and got caught up in some weather and got caught up in some stuff. So it's been a minute, so I probably dropped out of the good old algorithm, which is why we need to like and share this out, get us all back in the algorithm so we can get them subs back up. But the hours are actually looking really good. So I'm proud of the hours. I think the hours are coming. They're coming quick. So I appreciate what everybody's doing. And keep them videos rolling. So, but yeah, let's pay attention to what Coinbase is doing. Coinbase, opening headquarters, opening exchanges in other countries is pretty common practice for exchanges, but given the fact where Coinbase is and what they're saying in the United States and stuff like that about possibly leaving, we got to pay attention to this stuff, and especially with Bermuda being crypto friendly. Coinbase is definitely going overseas. Apparently, I agree. I don't think they're staying. I don't think they're staying in the United States. I think that they are ready to move offshore. I think that they're done messing with the SEC and the uncertainty with the markets. I think they're too big of a business to get caught up in that mess. I think that Coinbase has to do what's best for Coinbase, and Coinbase has to do what's best for for their shareholders as well. And if that means moving, then that means they got to move. I wouldn't blame Coinbase for leaving. Me either, Ken. And I said that when they first reported it. And I said, I don't like it, but I understand it. I understand the move. I understand why they would do it. The last thing you want to do is have your company tied up in millions of dollars of litigation, right? That doesn't do any good for the shareholders. It doesn't do any good for the shareholders. Doesn't do any good for the company. So this is a pure. Just look at Ripple, right? Seriously, Ripple's fighting a good fight, and they're really taking it to the SEC. But what gain does the Ripple board of directors really gain from this fight, right? They're actually losing money fighting this fight. So, not a lot of people are willing to do that. If I was on the Ripple board of directors, I would tell them to settle with the SEC. I don't like Coinbase. I don't like Coinbase leaving. Because I love the off ramp. I don't like Coinbase leaving either, Big Watch. I don't like it. I wish they would stay here. I think the United States needs Coinbase to be here. They need a big exchange to be here, to at least make a front like they're crypto friendly. But this is about what's best for Coinbase, and it's about what the United States has done this. Ripple will be overseas as well. If they're considered a security, they're out. So there's no doubt. And if you pay attention to what Ripple did, they bought big, huge corporate offices in Canada already. I think SEC cases will all be dropped. I think they're so far into the Ripple case, I don't think they can drop it. I can see them maybe dropping the Coinbase case, or settling for some bull crap reason and some bull crap, fine of a couple $100,000 or something like that for Coinbase. But I think the damage is done when Gary Gensler refused to call the CEO of Coinbase back and even engage him on conversation about him selling securities after he tried to reach out to him numerous times. I think the damage is done. And I think the first sign of Coinbase leaving was when it launched this blockchain. It's insane. It's insane. The same globalist that stuck a RCD on the four countries. I agree with that, Ken. They also have offshore in UK, and I believe they also have offshore in UK, and I believe also have offshore in. But there's a difference between having offshore and actually moving your corporate offices out there, right? And it's not by accident that they're looking at getting licensed, that they've got licensed in Bermuda. Bermuda is very crypto friendly for corporations, right? It's one thing to open an exchange in Bermuda. It's another thing to move your offices there. And Coinbase, don't get me wrong, Coinbase hasn't said that it's going to move its offices to Bermuda, but I just think that it's interesting that they're talking about leaving, and then now all of a sudden they grab a license in Bermuda. I don't think that's an accident. Where Bermuda's a lot more crypto friendly. But Ripple, I mean seriously though, when you think about it, and let's just kind of have this conversation, because something that we talk about a lot on the side, not necessarily on stream. No, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Let's have this conversation about Ripple, because it's something that we talk about a lot on the side, but we never really bring it to a live stream, right? Let's say that XRP loses this case, right? Let's say that they lose it. Does Ripple really need XRP to execute what they need to execute? Nobody blames Coinbase. The SEC is so when you think about XRP, and I agree with you, Elmo, we don't blame Coinbase for leaving. Like, it's a business decision if they leave, and you can't fault them for making that business decision. But let's talk about Ripple for a minute. Ripple, when you look at it, they have access to the blockchain, right? Their own blockchains. XRP is just a token that runs on their blockchain, right? That's all XRP is. That's all it is. And let's be honest. Let's break it down to its simplest form. That's all XRP does. It transitions money from point A to point B on their blockchain. So if Ripple lost this lawsuit and they considered XRP a security, right? And they could no longer use XRP the way that they wanted to, and they decided to get rid of XRP, that really doesn't do a lot. That really doesn't do anything for Ripple as a company, right? They're still going to operate the blockchain. They're still going to operate it, because you don't need a token to operate the blockchain, right? Especially when Ripple is dealing with banks, right? They're dealing with big banks. They're dealing with big businesses. And when you look at somebody like JP Morgan and people like that, they have their own token. JP Morgan came out and tested its own token on the Polygon network, right? So what would stop somebody like JP Morgan from running their own token on the blockchain that Ripple has instead of XRP? What would stop that? Nothing would stop that, right? XRP is only valuable because it's connected to Ripple, and it's connected and it's ran on the blockchain, right? But you don't need to have XRP. You can run different tokens on that blockchain. So it's just something to think about. If they lose, do they leave XRP behind? Heart Score, how are you? Something I've thought about. I thought about this when it came to Ripple and XRP. Ripple doesn't need XRP. So if XRP is deemed a security, does Ripple just say, we're just not going to use it anymore? We're just going to create something else. We're just going to do something else, and we're just going to kind of leave XRP behind? Could happen. Could very well happen. Something about maybe not a popular discussion, maybe not a popular opinion, but it's got to be something that's put on the table because it could very well happen. And people may not like to hear that, but it's got to. If it can happen, you got to at least talk about it, right? Do I think Ripple would do that? No, I think that they're locked and loaded with XRP, and I think that Ripple wants XRP to succeed, but at the same time, at what extent, right? At what price? At what price tag do you want that to exceed? Here's another thing you guys got to keep on your radar when it comes to these markets. House Republicans propose raising the debt ceiling by 1.5 trillion or extending to March 31st, 2024, trying to get to these election cycles right here. But 1.5 trillion is nowhere near where the budget is for the debt ceiling. So they're really looking at slashing that debt ceiling, which I necessarily don't agree with. I mean, I agree with it. I don't agree with the debt ceiling going up as much as it goes up every time that it's up for renewal, which is every year. I think, you think about it from your own checkbook standpoint. You sit down, you figure out how much your bills are. You pay your bills. If you don't have enough money to make your bills, you figure out how you make it work. You figure out how to budget. You figure out how to do all that stuff, right? The government doesn't seem to do that. And they just keep raising the debt ceiling by, $3, $4, $5 trillion a year. And all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation that we're in now where the debt ceiling is so crazy that it's just absolutely nuts. And we keep going further and further in debt, and we keep printing more and more money. And you see the markets bleeding red like they're bleeding, right? It all kind of comes together. So by cutting this down to 1.5 trillion or extending it to March 31st, they're just trying to get through the election cycle. But I necessarily don't agree with them guys cutting it down to 1.5 trillion. Obviously, the devil's in the details. What are you cutting out, right? So something to keep your eye on, because this debt ceiling debate's coming. And the United States has never defaulted on their debt, ever. It's always paid its debt. I believe that it'll pay it this time. But this is going to be a fight. And every time you have a financial fight in the government, it affects the markets because it leaves a lot of uncertainty. I don't think they leave XRP behind, but they leave the U.S. Big Watch. I don't necessarily think they'll leave XRP behind either, but there's a possibility. There's a possibility they could. There's a possibility they could leave the United States and leave XRP behind. Americans kick that can down the road. Yeah, they do kick this can down the road, and they just keep kicking it and kicking it and kicking it. But you have to respect anybody who's talking about cutting the debt ceiling, right? I mean, 1.5 trillion is a lot of money, right? But at some point you got to get somebody in there, and you got to get a whole bunch of people in there that want to operate underneath a legitimate budget, right? And I mean, here we are. We all, whether it doesn't matter what country you're from or what you're doing, you sit around and you budget your money and you figure out what you can afford. You figure out what you can't afford. Based on your budget, you figure out what you need. You figure out what you want. You figure out whether you can afford it, right? And you need some people in here who are willing to sit around the kitchen table and look at a budget and come up with a legitimate budget and start to work this debt backwards. You just can't keep adding to this debt ceiling and expect and expect us to expect the United States to be financially stable and financially sound. You got to get around that kitchen table. You got to look at this, and you got to be willing to make some cuts. So I still think 1.5 trillion probably might be a good compromise, but compromise isn't always the right word when you talk about the government. They don't like a compromise. People dig in, and compromises usually lead to fights and nonsense and craziness and people acting like children. We are we're brave. We're broke. We're broke as a country. We are so rich, but yet we are broke as a country. And you can be as rich as you want, right? You can be a multi-millionaire, right? Let's say you have multi-million dollars, right? But if your debt is $3 million and you have $2 million, you're still $1 million in debt. You're no better off than somebody who was making $30,000 a year who owed $35,000 in debt. You're still broke. You're both still broke. The only difference is the person that has $2 million might be broke with nicer stuff, but you're still broke. You're both still broke. The only thing that will stop the debt ceiling from the only thing that stop the debt ceiling from constantly growing, going up, will be a new currency. I agree, Timsky, and you have to have a new currency. And I propose, and I think that when you come out with a new currency, it should be a digital currency. But I think that you look at it, and you in order to come out with a new currency, you have to wipe out all the debt, right? You have to wipe out all the debt, start fresh, come out with a new currency. It's the only way to do it. How do you do that? Well, obviously it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be a 1-for-1, right? So somebody's going to lose. And when somebody loses, usually it's the people who lose. So don't be, if that was ever to happen, and let's say you had 10 grand sitting in your savings account, they might come to you and say, well, here's your new currency, here's your new dollar, it's digital, and you only have 7,000 in your savings account now. But in exchange for that, you don't have a car payment anymore, you might not have mortgage anymore, right? So because they have to wipe out that debt with the banks and everybody else, so it's going to cost money to do that, and you have to make people whole, and that's the hard part. That's the hard part about that. Everybody's going to end up taking a loss. It's just a matter of what loss they're going to take. No, they can just deflate what's going on, what's going to go after then. They can just bail themselves out with their new currency. But then you're in the same boat, right, Timsky? You're no better off. You're no better off than where you are today if you do that, right? Like if meme is your thing, check out Babo Selmo Babo. That's a new meme coin. When that come out? When did that come out? But that's the debate on starting a new dollar or starting any currency in any country. It's how do you clean the debt? How do you clean the debt? excuse me, somebody's going to lose in that argument. And, how do you do that? And here's one of the reasons why you have to. BRICS nations expected to outpace the G7, which were in the G7 countries, and economic growth reaching nearly 35% in 5 years. So you look at the BRICS nation, they're going to outpace us in 5 years. They're going to outpace the G7. This isn't going to sit well with a lot of the G7 nations. You're talking all the European nations, a couple others. This isn't going to sit well when these guys are pulling in more revenue than you, especially when you use your dollar to smack people in the face with, and that's your power. And then all of a sudden, you don't have that anymore. Oh, Dr. Rob, he is a clown too. That's funny. It's not cat. It's not cash. That's a problem. Neither will digital fix it. 9x. It's 9x. Cash isn't the problem, Ken. It's in a digital dollar won't fix anything. It is all about it doesn't matter what currency you come out with. It doesn't matter. It could be a paper dollar, it could be a digital dollar, it could be it could be a nothing dollar. If you continually do the same thing over and over again, and you continually inflate it, you're gonna end up in the same situation you are now. Ken. So you're right. It's not the dollar that's the problem. It's the management of the dollar. Bet Selma. Listen, I might invest in a clown, depending on what the return on investment is. We need to start another new coin called Homie the Cloud. Man, I remember Homie the Cloud. Remember when he used to smack people with that thing, man? My name's Homie. He used to smack Homie the Cloud, don't play around. Oh, man. Big Wise, you took me back to In Living Color, man. That was funny. Oh, man. In Living Color. As long as we don't have to honk. Why not, man? You don't want to honk? You don't want to honk? That's funny, man. Homie the Clown, don't play around. Yes. Oh, man. Remember he used to smack people with that joint, man. That little thing he had, that little sock, man. Pow! Oh, that's where Shanae came from, was In Living Color. Remember Jamie Foxx? I think it was Jamie Foxx who played Shanae. Oh, man. In Living Color. In Living Color was a classic. It was a classic, man. Big Watch. In Living Color was a classic. I'm telling you, Shanae came from In Living Color, made Jamie Foxx who he was, man. And and Homie the Clown. Oh my God. They had all them skits lined up, man. It was so funny. You guys got me over here. I'm like half crying a little bit. I love In Living Color. Yeah. Yo, don't sleep on Martin and Gina either. And the Martin show. That was funny too. JB played Wanda. Wanda, yeah, that was her name, Wanda. Yeah, Shanae was from Martin. Okay, yeah. As I was about to say, don't sleep on Martin and Gina either on the Martin show. That joint was funny as hell too, man. Like Martin used to have me dying with Gina. Oh man. And Cole and all them boys, man. That was the days, man. That's what TV was good, man. TV was funny. He coming in clutch with them answers though. Oh man. So I'm gonna let you guys go here in a minute. Let's just kind of like take a look at this this market, man. You guys got me over here crying. I'm laughing so hard, just remembering my days, man. TV's trash now. It is trash now. It's terrible now. Happy 420. Oh yeah, that's right, 420. Today's Dogecoin day too, 420. 27 turned into 1 million. 1 million for a holder. Damn. That's crazy. Off the clown token. I ain't mad at him. Damn. Damn, Somo. Was that you? You turned $27 in 1 million? Somo, you a millionaire? Hey, cool, Chris. All right, baby. Somo, did you do that? Did you turn $27 into 1 million? You must tell. You must tell, Somo. You must tell, brother. But yeah, pay attention to these earnings. They're gonna drive these markets right now, and these markets are bleeding out. They're bleeding bad. And when you get to Bitcoin, it continues to bleed out throughout this day. Even as we're talking, it continues to bleed out. So does an Ethereum. BNB is probably your safest play, but BNB will catch up. It will start to bleed out pretty big. So pay attention to that. Catch that on the downside. XRP's even bleeding a little bit more since we've started talking. It's really going to touch that 48-cent range. And we all know where Bone is right now. Pay attention to them. And look at Matic as well. Matic's gonna have a big pullback as well. And you know, the market's just going to do what it's going to do. Man, Selmo, hey, big ups to that dude though. $27 and 1 million. That's some serious money. That's what keeps Doge Wings hopes alive. Hey, that's what keeps my hope alive in crypto right there. Timsky. Gotta go. Thanks, Ken. I'm right behind you, bro. I gotta go too. I'm getting ready. Just catching up on the chat. Daniel, Rob, Big Watch, Selmo. Yeah, We all in here, cool. It's 4:20, so you should be busy as hell today, dropping stuff off. Later, Ken. Peace, cool. Later, guys. Yeah. All right, so let's wrap this up, guys. Today is Thursday, so me and Waddy got Twitter Space tonight, 6:30. We're gonna get with Waddy, see what we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be general crypto talk, probably touch on some MMAI. Market's not looking too good today, guys. Don't make any rash moves today. Don't make any big moves. Don't lose any money. Market will turn around. But DC your way into projects you guys believe in. DC your way into projects that you look at holding in your wallet long term. I just big watch 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yep. So make sure that you're taking care of your wallets, you're taking care of your protection. Now is the time to buy crypto. Now is the time to accumulate. 2023. I just think that this is going to be how this year is going to go. We're going to have some ups. We're going to have some downs. I was thinking about this last night. We're going to have some ups. We're going to have some downs. There's going to be no real major pumps, but it's going to be a time where it's just an accumulation year where you're just accumulating a lot of crypto. And a lot of times you might ask yourself, why the hell am I accumulating this? And what am I doing? And do I really see the long-term future in this? It happens. It's a cycle. And when it comes back, you're going to look around and be like, damn, I did the right thing. I think you'll say, damn, I did the right thing, and accumulating, all this crypto, and it's really starting to pay off for me now. If I told you that, you could become millionaire, a high thousandaire, and you just had to wait 24 months, would you? Because that's kind of what we're looking at, right? You're accumulating, you're buying, and you got to wait 12 to 24 months. But if you believe in what you have and you believe in the long term, and that's why I always tell you guys, invest in what you believe in, right? Because you have to be able to hold it through these downturns, and you got to be able to hold it through the good and bad times. So you have to believe in it, or you're gonna run away from it too easy. So make sure you believe in what you're investing in, and don't be scared to DCA in. Don't be scared to throw some money in when it's down. Like Bone right now, everybody's accumulating it. That nobody's selling. You notice we haven't talked about selling it. We're talking about accumulating it, right? So, think about that in all of the projects that you believe in. Think about that in all of the projects, that you're like, what, this one's going to be here long term. It's going to be here for a while. Do the same thought process throughout the whole thing, because there may be 3-4 projects you have in your wallet that you think like that with, and don't be scared of the price action. It happens. It will happen. ADG, that's good. That's good philosophy. Thanks, Big Watch. It's something that you got to think about, and it's something I think about a lot. And if I ever get to the point where I'm looking at a project in my wallet and I'm like, I don't know, or I stop believing in it, or it just doesn't sit right with me for any reason whatsoever, it's one of them projects I have to reevaluate on whether I can hold it long term, because it's gonna go down before it goes up. It's gonna go down. So you gotta believe in it to sit on it, and really DCA into it. So I'll leave you guys with that this morning. Understand this stream is sponsored by MMAI as well. So, check out their links, check out the project. I believe in that project. Do your research. I think everybody in here kind of already knows about it, so I don't really have to go into too much detail about it. But go ahead, do your research on it, and that's a project I believe in. But believe in what you invest in, because you're gonna have to hold it through the good times and through the bad times, guys. And gonna have to spend some more money on it during the bad times and baby it during the good times. So with all that, I'm out. You guys have a great morning. I'll see you guys tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And again, back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. Appreciate every single one of you.